Yo, what's going on, Soldier? Welcome back to yet another video of Fill to Diamond. In the last video, I must have seemed like depressed in my last Fill to Diamond video. And I'm not gonna lie, man, things weren't looking good, alright? We got into our promos and then we failed miserably. We won the first one, lost the second two, and I ended up dropping down to like 40 LP in Plat 2, which was like really demotivating for me because I was away this last weekend at London. So I was away for 4 or 5 days. And when I got back, I was like, okay, I've got like 6 days to get to Diamond, and it doesn't really seem all that doable. But I grinded for like 7 hours yesterday, and we made a little bit of progress, right? So we're gonna go over some of the replays. I'm not like streaming or recording live on my games because I am so nervous of playing, and there's just like too much pressure. So we're still playing. We're playing Leona. I haven't played Leona in like legitimately since about season 2. It must be about season 2. Like, I used to main Leona back in season 2, and it has been a while. But with all the art sensor changes and stuff like that, tank supports are like coming back in a little bit. I say a little bit, a lot of it, and I am like very much enjoying getting to play Leona once again. So this game goes pretty well, honestly. I'm laning with Xayah. We made quite a few misplays here and there, but I'm pretty confident that like the longer this game goes on, the better chance we have. Like, Xayah has got arguably a better late game than Lucian. The mid game's going to be kind of sucky, but if we can like push through that, and also if Ezreal can just not get fed, then that will be a really good thing. However, we do misplay here. I actually saw that coming quite a long way off, but Alistar flashes, goes for the pulverize. Ezreal comes in as well. I'm trying desperately to block Qs off of Ezreal. I do manage to kill Ezreal as well, and I pick up 1 for 1. But I'm basically like completely trapped. I missed the Zenith Blade onto like the Alistar, who's like super duper low, and we end up getting double kill for it. Like, I don't know, man. I saw it coming, but I thought that I didn't know if like Alistar would go for it. But obviously we had no vision on Ezreal, so I wasn't like completely sure whether or not that would be a thing that happened. But wasn't too bad. So basically the exact same thing happens once again. Like, we push up on bot side, I go for the Zenith Blade, I get baited out really hard. Galio flash taunts, goes for the double kill. Really bad play from me and from Xayah there. We just get like, we get actually like supremely baited, and it's hella bad, dude. So finally we actually managed to get like a little bit of a turn good on here. Both me and Xayah are really low. Drop the Zenith Blade onto the Lucian, keep him really like stun locked. Xayah pulls off like a really sick flash with her ulti into her E, and like stuns both Alistar and the Lucian, and it's just a case of like chasing them down. So I Zenith Blade, and I let Ari get the kill, and it's like, oh, it's all good. The 2 for 0. I think we pulled Dragon out of the bag here as well. And yeah, like the game is like really even. We're still behind, but like I'm like 100% confident that we can win 2v2s. Like, we've won all the 2v2s when we've actually tried to fight, but like with the pressure that we've had on bot side from Ezreal and from Galio, it just kind of made it like a little bit funny. It really is doing like super well top lane as well. She's like 2-0 already, and she got like a good 30 CS on Rengar, and it is Rengar top, so I'm not particularly scared. Like, in terms of like a front line, I mean, Galio is going like full AP, I believe, and it's only really Alistar that we have to worry about. But yeah. Alright, so this is where a game actually properly turns in our favor. We've been kind of like iffy the whole thing. I'm holding on my ultimate here for a long time. I'm waiting for a good opportunity. Managed to land the Solar Flare onto both like Ezreal and onto Lucian. And then from that we get like mega picks, and it's all good. And then I think we pull Baron out. We pull Baron out after that. And then it's like, yeah, I'm liking Leona right now. Purely just because like she is she's fun in team fights. Like, she is a lot of fun, just like stunning people flying around the place. Rengar, like, I don't know, he possibly could have like gone for a steal there, but the odds were not in his favor, so I don't blame him for just like bursting Ari. So yeah, that was the game. I think this was the game that got me into promos for Plat 1, I believe. Not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it was though. But it was like it was a meh game. It was alright. Like, was it 3-6-20? Not too shabby. Like, they had a lot of pressure bot lane, and it was nasty, but we pulled through nonetheless. Right, so let's go on to the next game. Alright, so this is the first game in my Plat 1 promos. I'm playing Leona again this game. We're against Ashe and Thresh bot lane with Draven and Leona. I'm very, very confident that we can like really hard stomp bot lane pretty early on. As early as like level 2-ish, so I'm ready to be like pretty aggressive. I'm ready to like go wild on the Ashe and the Thresh. But beyond that, our team comp is pretty decent as well. I'm more worried about the Katarina and the Riven, like and you'll see exactly why a little bit later on. There's quite a lot of snowballing that happens in this game, and it's not exactly the funnest time. Our Akali is a little bit of a gatekeeper in this game, and it's yeah. You'll see exactly why very, very soon. But basically just want to try and like this Thresh plays really, really, really aggressively early on, but I know that we can win trades if we commit to it. So like I'm really not tremendously scared. I took a kind of a bad trade there, but like with a pot popping and going for some stacks, it's really not all that big a deal. It's just like I don't really get why Thresh was going that hard level 1. So he actually managed to ding level 2 there. But I just go hard on him anyway, drop the ignite onto him. The heal goes down from Draven as well, and I am praying for level 2. Like at this point, I am just like, please give me level 2. So I go back, I try and flash onto the Ashe. She flashes away, and then we actually do get the double, but Ashe managed to get the volley off as well, which kills Draven. And then after 1 minion, I get level 2, and me and Draven are so tilted off of that just because we're like. We're waiting for level 2 that entire fight. Not a single minion dies. Not a single minion dies to give us like that XP that we need. But still 2 for 1. Those kills early on are going to be way more like beneficial on Draven. So it's pretty decent. So top lane, Akali stays with like basically no HP. Makes herself like a very, very easy target. Tries to go around, get away from the Gragas. But I mean like what are you actually going to be able to do there? Both flash. That was actually a really nice prediction from Gragas, to be honest. Predicting the flash forward, and yeah, this is the beginning of like Riven's descent into madness, like her descent into snowballing the hell out of this game. Fast forward like a minute or two, and back in top lane, TP down from Riven, and she just like absolutely obliterates, Akali again. And yeah, I don't know, man. Gragas comes top again. Still 0 wards. She's sitting on both her trinket wards and hasn't used a single one of them. Feels good, man. This is the fabled Diamond 5 0 LP Gatekeeper, by the way. The fabled, the ones that they've told tales about. I think it's like every single elo you get, they're around like the 5th division 0 LP. It's just where the gatekeepers live, who like stop people getting into that elo. It feels bad, man, but that's just the way of the world, dude. That's just how it is. These people are chosen by God to just like completely tilt you and make sure you never get into your promos, dude. So Gragas comes bot lane. He like walks into a bush, face checks it pretty hard. I try and stand on the lantern, but I know that if I had a ward, I would have been able to drop it. Draven did have one, and I mentioned it afterwards, but like I don't blame him for not being able to not thinking about doing it at the time. But like a really good tip, if you have a ward up, and like you think you can catch somebody out who's trying to click on a lantern, if you drop a ward like directly on top of the lantern, they will click on the ward instead of the lantern and start attacking the ward, and it like really puts them off. So yeah, there we go. We get another kill there, and yeah, this lane is like doing really well. We got 3-1 on Draven right now. I'm 0-0-3. The issue is that the Katarina is 1-0, and also that the Riven is 2-0-1. So this game is going to be like a big fat struggle, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. Like it is like straight up just like death after death. Like Akali is 2 levels behind. The lane is reset, but she's like still moving up to try and get CS instead of like maintaining like a really big distance. She doesn't even have like flash or anything up either. So like she is like risking way too much by even being this close. Like she should just be like trying to get XP, the max range of XP, instead of like going this close. But she has 6. But it doesn't really do her many favors because Riven just like straight up goes hard on her, and then Akali decides to shadow dance onto her, which just leads to her being like all in with Riven only. So it's like, I don't know, she should definitely like be playing under tower at that point. Like I'm fairly certain that had that been under tower, like if she used Twilight Shroud to like kite round the tower, that'd have been like absolutely free. So this is like a really, really super bad fight that actually turns pretty well in our favor. But it just kind of shows like how, you know, how a couple of kills on Draven early game can like, it doesn't matter how bad a position you get put into, you can still like pull out the bag. So like Draven gets pulled under tower, even takes a tower hit off of that, but like because they're like so closely funneled into the wall, he drops his Whirling Death. I flash, go for the Zenith Blade onto the back line there as well. I drop my Solar Flare and it misses Ashe because I mispredict the flash, but yeah, we easily turn like what would have been no doubt a kill on a Draven into like a 1-for-0, and we can like get the tower off this as well. Like absolutely, this is like a free tower. Like we can see the Gragas is fighting with Akali and stuff topside, and like obviously Katarina is gonna be either around that region or in mid. She's probably not gonna come bottom, but yeah, we can use that pressure, and like Thresh is gonna be coming to lane really late. So Ashe either has to like give the tower up or come too close to try and clear minions and die anyway. And I think she actually comes too close. Like we go for the tower, he gets stunned. And I think we still get the kill regardless. Yeah, we get the free pick on onto her there. He's got like the Vamp Scepter as well, so he's like he's maintaining that lifesteal right now. I actually don't think we get the kill onto this. I'm gonna try, but I have like 0 mana, so I just back off instead. So we end up getting the 2-for-0 and first tower, which is like fantastic. Like we're in like an insanely good position right now. Now here's a mistake that I make. I have no mana, and I like I didn't have enough mana for the stun when I actually, like, I didn't have enough mana for the Q as I went onto it. I got it, like, maybe, like, half a second after I actually landed on top of him. I completely, like, miscalculated how much mana I had and how much I needed. So, like, I, like, basically land on top of Thresh, but because I don't have, like, boots, I can't even auto-attack him, because, like, that split second that I had to, like, auto-attack him that would have been free, that would have gotten Draven the kill and, like, prevented us from, like, having to go that deep. He was already moving way faster than me, so I couldn't actually hit him. And then because of that, Katarina comes in through Gromp, and like Draven flashes because he realizes that we're pretty much dead, like regardless. So he tries to get the pick onto Thresh. Unfortunately, it does like just too little damage, and yeah, that was pretty much my fault. I mean, we both overcommitted to it. I think it's just like you're in a Draven lane and you see that the Riven is top lane, she's 5-0, and you're kind of just like, I need to do something now. Like I need to hard stomp this, because like, I mean, Katarina is 3-0 as well. Like that was off of us, but like these two characters are like very hard to deal with if you're playing Draven. And like I'm Leona, like it would be far better if I was playing a character like, it would not be half as bad if I was playing somebody like, I don't know, like Janna or Nami, like that I can like do a really fat disengage if somebody tries to move on to him. But with Leona, it's kind of like a little bit difficult. So like basically from like this point on in the game, we're not actually that far behind in terms of like gold and stuff. However, everybody in our team is not doing well. Like the only people on our team that are doing even remotely well or like matching up is like me and Draven. And our team decided to like engage hard onto like a low priority target without us there. So like Akali engages hard onto Thresh, but Thresh is 0-4, so he's like not worth the spells that we are currently bursting on him. So she uses like 2 stacks of her ulti, and as a result, they make a turn onto Syndra, like stun her with Crystal Arrow, and then like basically like we're pretty much like at a disadvantage already. So we get a pick onto the Thresh finally because Draven comes in. We get Whirling Death down as well. And like Draven does really well in this fight. Gragas accidentally knocks him forward, but like it was such like a bizarre thing. The only reason that we really pulled through on that one is because like Draven is so ahead and he came in eventually. Like if Riven had been there, we would have been so like we would have been done so. But like Akali is playing like she's 6-2 and not 2-6 right now, and it's kind of weird. And it does end up like losing us the game, but yeah. It's just like playing from behind in 2017, man. This is not a thing that happens. But still, we get tower anyway, so it's like, honestly, it was a good trade. Like we ended up putting ourselves ahead in gold like pretty hard there, like at least like 1k gold ahead. But the only reason for that being is that they were 4v5 and Draven is fed. That was literally it. That would have been even better if Akali had just waited until Draven was nearby for that. Because like Jarvan very nearly died, and like we probably could have pulled Akali back into this game if she waited a little bit, like a couple more seconds for Draven to come in. She could have potentially picked up those kills, and then she would have pulled herself back into the game, and maybe she could have actually like carried it or something. But she was too much of an eager beaver, and as a result, got absolutely curb stomped. Now, see, exact same thing again. Like, she's going really aggressively on a Thresh, but like Thresh is 0-5. He is not worth any gold. There's no reason. It's not as if he's got any assists. Like, he's pretty much doing nothing this game, and like we're investing. Like, Jarvan is going really hard on it as well. Everybody's investing so much effort into trying to chase down Thresh. Jarvan always on a Thresh. I end up getting hooked there as well. I try and stun, like I double stun both the Riven and the Katarina, but like this is like such a silly fight. This is like this is such a terrible fight, and all of that was just because we were prioritizing completely the wrong target. Like, if that had been put onto like Riven or like Katarina, then that would have been like a worthwhile like investment, I guess. But no, we did kill the Thresh, but that is like the only person that we killed, and we lost 2 people for it. So interestingly enough, though, despite the fact that like Riven is like super duper fed, she tries to move in onto Draven, and I'm like pinging like crazy right now. I try and drop the solar flare, but my god, she gets absolutely bodied by Draven, and it's a beautiful thing. Meanwhile, though, unfortunately, whilst this is all like happening, Akali is also getting bodied by Gragas, who you know what, I actually could have turned to try and help, but I was too focused on like saving the person that was actually worth gold rather than trying to save the Akali. I don't know. I think I actually flashed for this. Yeah, I flashed for the Zenith Blade, dropped the Q, and then I realized that I have no mana. So that is just like such a bad play for me there as well. We do manage to get the pick. I actually ignited Leona. I ignited Katarina just as she like was about to shampoo away, and we get a pick on that. So we honestly, it was better that we got the pick on Katarina than getting the pick on Gragas. But like, I didn't need to flash. Like That being said, though, I guess like flashing and putting Gragas in that position is the only reason that Katarina like came close. So it kind of worked out. But so here's a really super bad fight. Just like always be aware of what your team's position is right now. Like, this fight would have gone actually could have gone pretty decently well, because we actually locked down Katarina really well. But like, Akali is nowhere near here for the first like 5 seconds, and Draven hasn't even left bot lane. So like, especially if you're playing junglers or like front lines, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful of that, dude, because like Jarvan immediately gets burst. I drop the solar flare onto Katarina, and she gets like burst pretty hard. She has to back out. Akali comes in, but like everybody's dead, dude. Like, I get killed as well, and like the only free pick we get is once again Thresh. I mean, he's now 0-7. He's the only picks that we're getting. Jarvan does manage to land a decent Cataclysm, and it ends up we get like a couple of picks onto Gragas and onto Riven, who are like trapped under tower. But like, if Jarvan was like even half HP, then there could have been so much more that we could have done there. So this is pretty much like the fight I think like loses the game. And it's kind of unlucky. I wasn't even in the fight for this, by the way. Like, this is entirely my mistake. I went to go sweep for wards, went to go clear. Whilst I was doing that, Gragas flash body slams into Draven, then explosive casts him into a crystal arrow, and then that's really bad. Like, Syndra ends up getting caught with a death sentence, and meanwhile, like, Riven has come around here and she's jumped on my face. That's what ends up losing the game. We like lose very soon after that. They go for Baron, they push down mid. That was like actually entirely my fault. I'm not sure what I would have been able to do to protect. Maybe if I was like standing in front of Gragas, that would have been a little bit better. But so yeah, that's like my first promos to Plat 1 lost pretty hard. But I think we still played really well bot lane, so I'm like really not all that fussed. I'm kind of just trying to work on like expanding the champion pool of bot lane when I get it anyway. So it's not too shabby whatsoever. With all the like item changes to like Ardent Sensor and stuff as well, I'm like experimenting with other items. I've been getting flamed so damn hard, dude. Like, actually, like when I play an Ardent, or what would be an Ardent support, I really like going to Thene's Unholy Grail as one of the first items. And then literally, like I've built that, and every single time I've built a Thene's Unholy Grail, some people like will ask if I'm trolling, and they'll try and report me, or they'll ask if I'm trolling, or they'll say, can you build something useful? And it's like the healing off it and like the mana regen and all that kind of stuff is like absolutely perfect for like any previously Ardent Sensor support. And then like I was getting sick and tired of being like hard flamed for building Thene's Unholy Grail. So I actually started building Ardent again, and then the one game that I build in Ardent, I get flamed for building Ardent. I literally got hard flamed for building Ardent because it's a useless item. I cannot win. I cannot win with solo queue players, dude. Feels bad. But anyway, that's it. That's a FOLLOW diamond. I thought I'd try and take a bit more of like, not educational exactly, but like where things go wrong and like the pitfalls of games, I guess. But like, I don't know. We're playing at like Diamond 5, Diamond 4 MMR right now. Or at least like, I'm pretty sure like most people in this game are Diamond 5. But yeah, I'm still like trying to learn. I don't know if I don't know if I'm Diamond 5 material yet. But and if I God forbid, if I get placed on anything that isn't support, I'm screwed, dude. Like for real. Like maybe I could play Pantheon, but or maybe like something mid, like I don't know, like I want to see Annie, but probably not. Like like maybe not Annie, but like maybe Orianna or something I could play, and maybe not win the lane, but like still be able to farm and do okay. But yeah, I think if I get AD carry or jungle in this elo, I'm doomed, dude. I'm so doomed. But we'll see what happens. Like it's just like I've been streaming. I streamed my Plat 1 promos last time, and I actually got support twice and jungle once, and that was just unlucky, man. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please slap a like on it, support the channel, all that stuff. If you're new, feel free to join the Sock Drawer. This is us getting absolutely destroyed right now. Feels good, man. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy. Have a good one. I also follow my stream as well because I'm streaming a lot. So yeah, do that in a bit.